What's up, YouTube? We back. Little Gigi in the building. Do what I do best. Looking at you. Looking at you. Listen, there's a lot of things going on around the town. I'm Little Gigi. Came through the back door in this hip hop thing. I'm part of what we call the Elohim Society, and that was basically a part of what we call the we that helped in creation of what this is what we call life. Or it's not really life, it's actually light. LIT. The T, they made the T to F. Anyway, we're not going to get into that today. There's a lot of things I want to tell you and help you along the way, motivate you, so you can actually use what I've seen to help what you need to be and to become. But the first thing is to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And with that, I'm meaning that this is not a joke. So what you need to do is give your mother a hug and respect all women. And women need to start respecting each other, because that is your strength. You are one species. You are the earth. Man is not the earth. Man is a whole nother type of creature, you see. And his responsibility for you bringing him here, and forming him, is to protect you, to honor you, and to love you. You see, it's a difference. And your love is already shown by him being here, and how you formed him and gave him sustenance, protected him while he was in the womb, and still fend for him until he can fend for himself. And with that, he should have not created these type of habitats or environments that took advantage of your kindness and your compassion as a womb man, not a woe man. See, a woe man, when you get on a horse and say whoa, it stops. See, so he's trying to stop you because he comes from you. So he stopped where he comes from. You see, because other people have tricked him to say that you was the devil, and that's for your Baphomet. But see, the Baphomet, if you don't know, you will know later. But anyway, what is going on is basically that part is the womb man, just as the ram is not for the devil. You see, the ram was a spiritual part, and everybody's trying to fool everybody. As the Christians was first the Catholics. First of all, the Christians, they say they gave the name Christian at Antioch for the disciples, who were Hebrews, but they wasn't Hebrew because the word Hebrew means to cross over. So they was actually Egyptians. They came from Egypt. They was Egyptian. Boom. Or we say Nubians. You see, from Nubia. You see, from the Nile, Nubia. Check out Nubia. All right. So anyway, down the line, the Canaanite tribe coming in the land of Canaan, leaving what we call Egypt, right? Left Egypt with Moses and Aaron and Deborah, which they never speak too much about the sister, and given a book, a manual, right, from the Elohim, which they call the angels, or they call Anunnaki, right? Anunnaki, all kind of ways that they say from the Sumerian tabs, right? Which preceded, those writings, okay? Which we'll talk about the timeline or the generation line. I would say better. So anyway, so now we got the manual from the Levites, right? And they were supposed to guide us and protect us and give us the word. And these was men, is supposed to protect the womb man, because she was not even in the picture, right? And she was beginning to transform herself. So in the temples, right, when you had your Essenes and your Pharisees, and the womb man was sitting up watching what was going on. Now they was in tune with the heavens through their bloodline. They are the bloodline. This is why they bleed. And they are the men who pause, or the men who ministration. You see, just like you have administration, they was the ones who oversee the children that they bring into the world. Now when Yeshua or Jesus, Emmanuel, ever name Isa, Ibn Maryam, any name you want to call for this particular person, he came. And when the Catholics, which was basically taking over the religion of the disciples, which was the students, right, and it was Constantine the Great, made it law in Rome. The word Rome is leproma, which means leprosy. Same Germany, many germs. Germany, many germs. Same Swiss, you know, same all these areas, 11 tribes and sub-tribes, right? In a cold climate, that it was conducive because they did not have the protective coating that the Elohims had given us. And they're duplicating us when they say they came into men. They get men of renown, men, great men, this and that. So anyway, getting back to where we're going with this is that there's many ways to explain. Now the book, which is called Leviticus, it explains to us if your skin turned white, or just it's an old disease that's in the land of Canaan that you was going in. This is when they was in the wilderness. They was learning all this in the wilderness for 40 years. People say they wandered for 40 years. The word wander is the same thing as the word nomad, because they haven't set up their council, because they was going through a purging. They was going through what they would call muklasina, and that's to purify themselves from the things that was going on in Egypt, because now the Igigi, or now Nibiru, or now in the heavens, as they, as you call it now, they were saying, okay, there's not going to be no more of this many gods, right? We're going to break it down to one God, and basically that's who y'all give your homage to, and then from there the Elohim will deal with themselves. And that's something that man tries to fool each other, and they tried to fool the children of the Elohim, which was totally different. You have what they call Enocytes, which means don't have sight of nothing, and then you had Elohim, which means those are pure of Elo, which Elo is the word, same word as Ali, you see, which means exalted on the planet Earth, which every woman tries to do for her child, because she falls in love internally, when she's pregnant with her children. This is her, the extension of her, but the purpose of that child, you see, is to maintain the earth. And once she leaves her qualifications and her duty to respond to these children, like the Sabbath. The Sabbath is very, very important, because Sab means 7, and Bayeth means the womb man. Just like you take a Bayeth, that was to get in that little place and feel how you was in her womb every day, even though you're not in it, to respect her. So, but anyway, the Sabbath, so she can look back 7 days and correct the mistakes, or if anything that was going on in the family. Family was familiar spirits, right? So they use family today as